Hi, I'm Ivan Alexander. Today we're in my Haynes Hunter 565F that I rebuilt over a 2.5 year period. The average Joe, they don't really know. They just go, oh, this boat's sick. Most thorough fishers that have a deep V boat of some sort tend to like it a lot. My boat's called Honeysickle, and pretty much it's a tool to catch me fish, but I also like things to look really good. So I think it looks pretty good. I use it for topwater fishing and plasticking. Predominantly, most of my fishing is just reef fishing, snapper, kings and jews. When it comes to game fishing, tuna. I really like tuna fishing. I'm running on my boat the Dometic Seastar 8-inch setback hydraulic jacking plate. I absolutely love it. I probably wouldn't own another boat without having a jacking plate on it. It's really good when I'm at low speeds. I put it down like in the 4 knot zones. When I take off, I leave it down. And then as soon as I get on the plane, I put it up. Hull shot's probably the biggest thing with the weight in the back of the boat. Like the hull doesn't sit too low, like waterline level, but it is heavy, and especially when you take off, the back of the boat digs in. So having the ability to have it all the way down, when I take off, it more just lifts it up straight away. As soon as I get to about 15 or 20 knots when the boat's planing, I start to lift it up. And I'll do that, and you'll just see the speed actually increase, and the revs may drop a little bit without touching the accelerator or the throttle at all. So it helps without having trim tabs. If there's a bit more of the hull out of the water, it doesn't lean as much. It sort of just sits on its ass and tracks straight. So I don't need trim tabs. I'm sure that trim tabs would be good, but I don't use trim tabs, and I've never found the need to use them with the jacking plate. Fuel efficiency is a big thing as well. Obviously not having as much hull in the water, whether it's flat or rough, means I'm not pushing as much. So when I'm underway, I've got real precise movement with the jacking plate. I know that a simple touch is going to lift it probably a 1/4 of an inch. If I touch it for a half a second or something. But more importantly, I can also feel what it's doing. I don't necessarily have to turn back and look at it to know that it's down or up or halfway. You can really feel it through the hull as you're riding. It's very heavy duty. This one's 37.5 kilos. Very, very strong, no movement. Installing it to the transom, which is what I actually did, it's the same as your engine. You get your height, make sure it's in the middle, and it's easy. 4 bolts, drill through, bolts in. Yeah, so I do a little bit of crabbing in this boat, and it's probably not the ideal boat to do it in because it's quite big. But yeah, whether I'm crabbing or whiting fishing and it's real shallow access, it's pretty easy. I can lift it up and I know that my gearbox isn't going to run through the sand, scratch it, and whatever. So it's really handy for that. So we've come into the shallows here. I've never fished this area before. I'm not too sure what's going on. Looking at the sounder, it's 0.6 of a meter, but I can't see the bottom. Having the ability to lift the jacking plate up and lifting the outboard up makes me real confident. I feel real confident here, knowing that the transducer's at the lowest part of the boat and we've got that much depth. So if there's a bommy or anything in front of me here, I've got no problems. You know, it might only be 4 inches, but every inch counts.